From Chicago all the way to the beautiful city of Indianapolis, you are now live on air with Films by Shirey Production and CONVO with CINO. Are you ready?
What's up, family? This your man Corey Williams checking in. I'm glad y'all been rocking with me. And because of you guys, I've been able to take the show on the road. So right now, I'm live here in Indianapolis, Indiana, where I've been getting mad love. So shout out to Indianapolis, man. Y'all keep rocking with your boy. Make sure you tune in to CONVO with CINO. Go to CINO.com, www.convowithcino.com for the latest in entrepreneurship, business owners, fashion, fitness, entertainment, whatever you got popping, you gotta hop in here on CONVO with CINO. All right.
You heard it here first, so make sure you stay tuned to CONVO with CINO. Join him on all social media and get on over to his website, CONVOwithCino.com.
Welcome to another fire episode of CONVO with CINO. This your man Corey Williams checking in, and you know what I need you to do? I need you to hit that like and subscribe button, because I'm telling you, you don't want to miss any of this hot information that we're going to be dropping. So we got a whole new season coming up. As you can see, I'm in a whole new area. I'm taking the show on the road, y'all. So I'm right here now in Indianapolis, Indiana. And so I'm going to be interviewing some super sharp entrepreneurs, and I have the pleasure of having one right here with us today. So just to tell you a little bit about my guest today, her name is Katrina Simmons. She's a legal business consultant and growth strategist with a remarkable journey with 16 years of experience in the legal field. So, you know, we're going to tap on some legal stuff, so don't get nervous, y'all. Don't get nervous, right? But Katrina has served as head paralegal for multiple law firms, managing legal staff across various areas of law, from NFL concussion litigation, that's serious, right? Personal injury in business law, a master's in legal administration, a master's, y'all. I'm sitting down with some heavy hitting, right? And so, and of course, as the founder of Gifted Minds that launched in 2020, she's assisted over 100 entrepreneurs in starting and growing their businesses. So, without any further ado, I want to welcome Ms. Katrina Simmons to the show. How you doing?
Hey, I'm well, thank you.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Nice
finally.
Here, I know, likewise.
Yeah. Funny, you know, Facebook. You know, I've been seeing you doing your thing. You know, shining. You know, as a star you are. Yeah. So welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. It is a pleasure. It's a pleasure to speak to your following and whatnot. So I'm excited.
Thank you. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Introduce yourself. You introduce
It was such a great intro. So anyways, we can see that you can probably hear me.
I wasn't going to say that. I'm glad you did.
Yes, I am a Southern bred, Southern grown girl. So I moved up here in 2006. After college with my husband, and I started Lifelong Brothers in Indianapolis. I was always interested in moving here to law school and all of that. That was always the plan even before I met my ex-husband. But now, I mean, since I've been here for a while, I would say the vibe varies depending on what you do. So, I mean, since 2020, the business growth and the impact in the community has exploded with people starting businesses. So I went full time into Gifted Minds in 2020. I actually started Gifted Minds 10 years ago, but it was a part-time myself.
So, Gifted Minds, how did you come up with that concept? And first of all, tell us exactly what it is, you know, from your work.
Yeah, so Gifted Minds is a legal business consulting service and a growth strategy expansion company. So what I do is I help people always say, legalize your legacy. Gifted Minds came from God. It comes from me. Yeah, it definitely came from me. I will do it. Yes, he will. Every aspect of it. I knew nothing about business. As you know, my whole background's in law. I didn't even know how to start a business. I didn't know what an EIN was. So I literally prayed on this, talked to God about it, and he gave me the name Gifted Minds driving down the street one day. It's wild. I always used to say, and it comes from the movie Aladdin. There was a little clip that would always come on with the jeans that said, brave minds think for themselves. Because people always say brave minds think alike. Yeah. And he would always, the genie would always say brave minds think for themselves. So when I'm driving down this random night, random morning to go do taxes, because that's not the hustle.
I encountered about three.
I know, that's a hit. But yeah, so it just popped in my head. Gifted Minds.
That line is with you talking about yourself.
I guess so, because I wasn't thinking about it. But for me, I think it as helping people protect their gifts, the God gifts that God has given to them, and walk into those gifts and actually seeing people to take them from paper into real life. And that's what I get the pleasure to do, is to help them execute. And there's not a person around me that I haven't been able to touch their business, and I love that. All of my business partners, they absolutely love that. But if I encounter you, you're going to know something about how to legalize your business with me.
That's interesting. So 2020 you started.
And that is during this time.
Okay, yeah. Okay, full time. Was that around the pandemic?
Yeah.
So nobody. How was that shift from launching the business and now, so from the pandemic to now, what are you saying? Has it been a flow, or has it been steady, or how has it been?
So 2020, when I first started and we hit the pandemic, my business was because before everybody wanted to start a business. So that's how I was able to help over 100 businesses in 2020. I hit 6 figures in Gifted Minds in 2020, which is Gifted Minds because of that fact. And so it was amazing. So I literally got pushed into it. And my biggest partner, he was really my accountability partner, because there was only 2 months in 2020 I didn't make any revenue. It wasn't because I didn't get clients. It was because I was stuck in my own head.
Okay.
And I had to hear that from my business partner telling me, nothing's going to be perfect. You're not making no money, so you need to do money things to do that. So I put myself in very uncomfortable places that I didn't like doing. So inboxing people or, networking more, because I am more of an introvert.
No.
I surround myself with extroverts. I know nobody believes that until I'm like, the Trina you see on social media is not the real Trina. So sorry.
Alter ego, right? Alter ego.
Definitely.
So who is that? What's the alter ego person's name?
She is a baddie. So I would absolutely, I think I call her in my writing Felicia. But I'm not a bad Felicia. It's the Felicia you like.
Okay, so Felicia is who I see on Facebook.
That's who you see. She's about to captivate the room, because Katrina is not that person.
Wow.
But you asked about business growth. So 2020, 2021, amazing years. 2022, about the middle way through, that's when I began to realize I'm not recession proof.
What's up, family? This is your man, Corey Williams, checking in. I'm glad y'all been rocking with me. And because of you guys, I've been able to take the show on the road. So right now, I'm live here in Indianapolis, Indiana, where I've been getting mad love. So shout out to Indianapolis, man. Y'all keep rocking with your boy. Make sure you tune in to CONVO with CINO. Go to CINO.com, www.convowithcino.com for the latest in entrepreneurship, business owners, fashion, fitness, entertainment, whatever you got popping, you gotta hop in here on CONVO with CINO. All right.
You heard it here first, so make sure you stay tuned to CONVO with CINO. Join him on all social media and get on over to his website, CONVOwithCino.com.
Because that's when I start seeing people to scale back. And so from 2022 to 2023, I lost $75,000 in revenue in 1 year. 1 year. And so most people will be like, oh my gosh, what did you do? It's called the power of the pivot and a lot of prayers. So you got a lot of P's in that one.
Yeah.
But you have to know in business, you're going to have your high times, you're going to have low times. Economy times, you are not recession proof.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what you do, but you have to pivot with your people. So I listen to my clientele to see what they need more of, what was needed less of. How do I move forward to make it not be so stringent on me to try to go and get more and more business and still be able to service? So I've pivoted from doing so much one-on-one. Now I do more educating and group sessions. I have monthly retainer clients now.
Okay.
And then I also have geared more into a lot of the cohorts and things that corporate clients are wanting to offer, because that grew out of 2020, 2021. Companies are getting a lot of government money to be able to help business owners.
Yeah.
They want to do that.
Yeah.
And so that's why you keep seeing all these cohorts pop up. I built one in 2020 for a
Now, for those who don't know, what is it for? Because I'm thinking like, what is it for?
So a cohort is kind of like a intensive educational boot camp, I'll say, that you can go through as a business owner. Now, sometimes they'll will require you to either be online or go to things in person to get those educational tips. Some of them you just sign up and get services for. Services like I provide. So I have built both sides for companies myself. 2020, I was able to do that, and into 2021 with a Black-owned startup bank out of South Carolina. I helped build their entire cohort. And that gave me the experience to know what people needed, but also see the holes of where our people are not being served as well. And it's a lot of the way moving up that ladder, we skip a lot of steps. And skipping those steps is not that great, because when it's time to present yourself in front of the right people, then we're going to start running into more problems. We did see that in COVID.
Let me, I want to do something before I ask my next question. Because here at CONVO with CINO, we like to give people their flowers while they're here. And this is a special, the richer than I've ever been edition of Bel Air. And so I wanted to present this to you on behalf of the good work that you've been doing. So many businesses, over 100 businesses, and has been able to prosper because of you. And I know you are just getting started. So I want to present you with that.
Thank you so much.
All right. There you go. No problem. Yeah. So let's get back into a little bit of your background. So you said that you were a litigation attorney. So that means you.
Not an attorney.
Well, okay. So correct.
Yeah, correct.
So litigation. What is that considered? What is that? Because a lot of people think, well, paralegal, legal, the attorney, the judge. Break down the whole legal process and what was your role?
Got you. So when I was in the firm, I did everything minus litigating the courtroom. And that's usually what I tell everybody. That's still what I do. Now, there are things I have done that just require courtroom work with appeals. I have done all of that stuff. But I just don't practice law in a courtroom. So I have a network of incredible attorneys all across the U.S. that I partner with should my clients need an attorney representation. I always say, in the courtroom, I take you to the gate. That's the easiest way for me to explain. Because you have the gate in the courtroom, I take you all the way to the gate. Now, if you need to cross over the gate, I pass you off to one of my colleagues for that. But I prepare them for you. It doesn't matter if you've been operating for 1 year or for 20 years, because I've done it with a staff of 2 all the way to a staff of 52. And that is something that I can do with my eyes closed. But a lot of that, I took that from doing it with law firms into regular businesses, because not much is different. And that's how I really put those pieces into Gifted Minds. So I service both for-profits and nonprofits as well as people all over the U.S. So not being an attorney opens me up to being able to service everybody anywhere. So I have clients all over the states. Wow. Versus if I was just licensed to practice in one state, then I would be secluded to that one state. I don't have to worry about that part.
Man, that's awesome. That's awesome. So how do you balance your business life portfolio, and then how do you balance business and personal? Because I know you have a family.
I have 3. I 3 children.
3 children. Okay.
Yes.
I know people always ask me that. How you do all the things you do? So how do you do it? Let me throw that question off to you.
People ask me that all the time. And at this point of life, it just seems like such a norm to be busy that when I'm telling people that I do this, and this, they're like, wow. And I'm like, it's really not that much, but it is. Because I do have 3 children. I have a 20-year-old son in college going into his junior year. I have a 16-year-old daughter going into her junior year of high school. And then I have an 8-year-old going into 3rd grade. And they all play sports, by the way, too.
See, that's a whole nother job.
Absolutely. Between football, basketball, volleyball. And then I do have the businesses. So like I said, Gifted Minds is my main thing. But I also do have a part-time position that I manage the legal department for a beer hops company out of Seattle, Washington. So, and with that, I do all of these.
Small business.
So I have that also.
So you're not Jamaican?
I know, right? That's what I would say too, I know. But with that, it adds value to my own business because, like, the past couple of days, I've been building a business merger of 3 different countries with 3 different businesses coming together to create another business. And I had to not only figure this out to tell them that they were doing this wrong, that's one, but to also rectify the problem and give them the proper type of partnership agreement that was needed for this type of transaction. I get to do this all now throughout the world. Plus the IP side, I do a lot of patent and trademark work with getting all of that done in the beer hops world. But I also do that, of course, with my clients, helping and assisting them, leading them of how to do that now too.
Wow. That's very impressive. So what's the future? What's the next 5 years for Katrina Simmons and Gifted Minds and the other business, the legal work that you do, legal advice?
So I'll give you one better. I have a goal of hitting 1 million by the time I'm 42. So I have another year to go.
So I was going to ask you how old you are. I didn't want to ask.
40.5 is what I am. I'm 41 in November.
Okay.
But yeah, so my goal is to hit by 42, I will be a millionaire.
I heard it here first.
You got that right. I made
You gotta come back on your million.
I absolutely will. I'll bring us some big
Come
bucks.
on, man. Yes.
That's the #1 goal that I have structured for myself. So I have made sure now that I'm pushing more into automation for my business side, ebooks, doing more of my coursework, trying to actually get in front of people and teach classes because I get a lot of demand on it.
Yeah.
But I would love doing it too.
Yeah.
Try a little more outside of here because, like I said, I do service a lot around the U.S. I'm starting to do more business back home in Tennessee, so I'm super excited about that too. But in 5 years,
So what part of Tennessee are you from?
so I'm from Carthage, very small town. Not many people will probably know where it is.
Shut up,
Carthage, yeah. I'm 75 minutes east of Nashville.
Okay.
And the only shining ray about Carthage is that that's where Alpha's from, Vice President Alpha. He lived down the street, literally, from me. That's the only shining light. It's a very small place. But I still have family back there, my mom and my brother and all of that. But 5 years, I will be positioned quite nicely, probably moving into my publishing arena because I want to do more writing and publishing, things of that nature, and expansion on that side of my business. Way more settled as far as being comfortable and moving out of doing so much. Also completing law school, that is on the list to finish. So I can say I do.
Also,
Yes, I promised myself that I would do
I
it.
feel like an underachiever sitting there. I thought I was doing something, you know. I gotta do this. Look, when we came in together, I went to go get ready. She opened up her laptop immediately. She working. I mean, come on down on interview. She probably still working.
I really was.
Working, but I love it though. I love that, and that's what this show is about. Is really, really sharing the information with people and inspiring people. You know, and that's what, if it just inspires one person, you know, I feel great. And so you said about automation. I'm big on automation systems, and that's how I've been able. That's how I can have the freedom a little bit that I do because I do have continuity products, residual income, passive income systems in place. And I try to get people in this day and age, especially with AI, I just think that's definitely, it's a no-brainer. And it's easy to do, really. So many tools in place to set up those continuity type of products. So what's maybe one thing that you want to get done probably within the next 90 days as far as building something automated?
Forms library on my website. So shout out to Abundant Solutions for getting my website going. Yay. My other business partner, of course.
Yes.
And I talk a little bit about my team because you can't do anything without us. And I have an incredible show.
Yes.
But yes, absolutely. I have so much content and so many documents and forms and things that don't necessarily need me to really touch much of them to be able to service people. And a lot of people, especially starting out, don't have anything. It's better to have something versus nothing, but at least if you know you're going to come to Gifted Minds website, your something is legally binding, and it's probably going to be at that level that's going to protect you nicely enough to where you can take it and do something else with it to make it more your own later versus just getting anything off Google. Because I always say, please don't do that as often as possible because everything varies by state. You need to know what you're signing as well as how to explain it to a client. And a lot of times people don't understand these things and they'll put themselves in bad situations. So I want to make sure that they have a place to go where they can point, click, print, and say, at least I have this and this will work to get started.
Yeah, give us that website. Give us your.
Yes, I am giftedmindsllc.com. Very simple, very easy. You can reach me at Gifted Minds LLC on all platforms. I'm very easy to get to.
Okay, yeah, definitely. So yeah, let's talk about your team. How's this team? Because one thing, I'm come from a network marketing background, so I'm used to recruiting and things like that. But it's different because they have the system in place. I'm just selling the product and the comp plan.
Yeah.
But when you're a business owner, you're selling the vision. You're selling the growth of the vision and of the business. So how is it
building a team, and let's give your team a shout out as well.
It was not easy at first. Thank God that I had one of the best accountability partners ever in life to be able to help me get started. Because one of the main things that a lot of people don't talk about too is the mindset transition from corporate to entrepreneur.
Yeah.
That in itself is a lifestyle change. Because this Katrina was not this person. I was totally different in 2020 than this person that you see today. Every piece was reconstructed, and they thought it came from a business partner who had a network marketing background and who's phenomenal at it. And DR Consulting, shout out to Devin, he helped me to grow every piece of this business, but not only did he take me under his wing and craft me, but he opened his network to me because I didn't know anybody here like that. I've been here for a while, but I was in law and I was in corporate. That keeps you at level. So you really don't know a lot of people. So when it was time to start selling this business that I did have, outside of just my church members or just a couple of people I knew, I needed somebody that was very connected. And thankfully, he was connected. So he kind of took me under his wing to help me build that. So whenever he was out, he sold me far more than he sold. He would never sell himself. I'd be like, I can sell you over here. But that's the type of partnership. The people that when you're not there, you're still there.
Wow.
I have gotten so many clients from my girl Shanika with Abundant Solutions, and my guy Aaron Turner with Precise Take, and Lance G with Lance G Photography. Those are my foundation. So whatever I do, wherever I am or not, I know if I get a call from somebody and they're like, hey, such and such referred me, that's solid because they know me, they know what I do, they know who I am. And each of those pieces were just kind of fell into place over time. I love my business bestie, Shanika, because it took a long while to find another female. You hear all the men in my team. Team of men. Why? It was just me and the hustlers.
Yeah.
But it worked because I'm not very emotional like that in business, as most women can be sometimes. And I'm not knocking us ladies, but
So you were shocked.
that it was
You were shocked. I can see that.
the stuff inside. I'm like, we got to do this job.
Yeah.
And that doesn't always drive. You got to find another person that gets it, has that drive, has that hunger. And like I said, if they ain't here, they're still here.
Right.
Because I'm the same way. That's how you grow your team. Because you look at the people around you, those people will show up for you, even if they don't know, they will start showing up for you.
Yeah.
Those are the people you need to think about. Hey, we need to talk about partnering, or we need to talk about moving. Look to see the direction that they are moving in their lanes. And if you see they have that drive, that passion, that hunger, just like you do, you guys may have the same types of businesses. You may be in two separate businesses. You may have some services that I offer and some that you don't offer. So now I'm very particular when joining forces with anyone because I look to see one, where they're going. I like to see their proven track record of what they've accomplished. And I like to hear that hunger and see, can you listen and follow? Have to be coachable, teachable, and a pleasure to work with. And if you are not any of those things, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
So you have to sit back. I surround myself with people smarter than me and hungry.
Well, I know I just sat down with somebody smarter than me and definitely hungry. So, man, that's awesome. That's awesome. So, well, last question. How do you have a mentor? What do you think? How important is mentorship for you?
So that is something I've actually been in prayer about the past few years because I have been looking for a mentor. As I mentioned before, I'm usually surrounded by men in those arenas. And it had been placed in my spirit that I was looking for a female mentor, that we could be on the same page, or she was ahead of me and, was gotten. I've crossed paths with two ladies that I'm still kind of filling it out a bit to see if it's going to work. Honestly, no, I have not had a mentor. I've been a mentor. I've been a mentor several times. I think I catch myself mentoring everybody. And I don't even look at it that way.
Yeah.
But if I come in contact with you and I know that I can add value to you and it doesn't cost me anything, I'm going to do that. That's the type of person I am. Do it all the time. Action is so important because if you don't get past yourself, you're not going to get very far.
Yeah.
So you have to find somebody that is going to push you, elevate you past yourself. Because this doesn't get me far. I bounce off ideas. I don't make a move without speaking to my two closest right beside me, period. I don't make any moves. I don't care who it's with or what I'm doing. That type of discernment has not failed. It has failed me when I didn't ask. So you gotta ask. You got to, and don't be afraid to get with people. Don't think, oh, well, they got too much going on, or oh, they ain't got time. They're too far ahead. I'm not to where they are. You're right. You're not supposed to be to where they are. You're supposed to attain to get to where they are because they're already looking at the next thing too. So the art of negotiation behind that, we've seen Shark Tank.
Love it.
But you've got to know how much you're willing to give away, and is it a smart business and legal move for you to be doing? What are those numbers? What do those caps look like? That is my wheelhouse. And so I want to be able to help people prepare for these pitch competitions on a different level. Thinking about it from that Fortune 500 CEO going in front of Apple, if you want to pitch your business, you need to have certain things in place for that to happen correctly.
Yeah.
Without people taking your ideas. Here, for the past few years, I've been hosting an event called Power, Purpose, and PJs. And it's for my ladies. It is a weekend. It is a ladies' weekend per se, but I always say it is the business slumber party that you never thought you could have, because it's all about luxury, relaxation, but you come in and you're going to get your business handled. This one is about getting your business handled, and you're going to walk out the door with that type of thing on the calendar ready to move. It's not just a thought, it's an action. So that weekend is being put together. We're looking towards the end of October for that. There's a lot.
And is this for anybody?
It's for all women. All women, yes.
They can just.
Yes, you can apply for that to come into it.
Where can you apply for that?
You'll be able to apply for that on my website. That information will be dropping in the next couple of weeks too for early signups. But I've had a couple over the past few years. It's always been life-changing. That's what everybody always tells me. So
Amazing.
great weekend, great movement. Always get amazing ladies. Like I said, it's the best business workshop slumber party ever that you could ever have. We have a whole open bar. I have a private chef. We had massages one time.
That's Felicia. That's Felicia hosting. That's a Felicia show there.
Felicia was Felicia.
Yes.
But yeah, so those are my two things for the remainder of the year. Pretty much, that's my focus of getting out there.
Hey. Whew. Well, we're gonna have to do this again.
Absolutely.
And definitely, that $1 million. I see that that's gonna come soon. That's gonna come
Thank you.
real
I
soon.
receive it.
Yeah, but it's been a pleasure. I want to thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I love doing stuff like this. So anytime you want to have me here.
I got you. Well, all right, guys, you've been tuned into another fire episode of CONVO with CINO. It's your man Corey Williams checking out. Remember, like and subscribe at convowithcino.com on YouTube and all my social media. Everything CONVO with CINO. We out.